Central Intelligence Agency. Our menu options have changed, so please listen carefully. If you wish to speak to a public affairs officer, press 1. Good afternoon, public affairs.
Yes, is Kara in?
Kara? I don't. This is the public affairs, the CIA, sir.
Yeah, I'm looking for Agent Kara.
Oh, okay. Just hold on a minute, sir. May I get your name?
Yes, I am Daniel Ashley Groover.
Okay, you called earlier this morning, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Okay, and you're looking for Officer Kara?
Right.
Okay, hold on, please. And your number before I do that?
770-477-8828.
770.
477-8828.
Yep. Okay, hold on. I'm going to transfer you.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Who am I speaking with?
Is this Kara?
Yes, it is. Is this Daniel?
Yes, I came up with a spin on a...
We made an agreement earlier. That
I know, but I needed to inform you that the DCIA was under threat of...
Okay. I'm not interested in your information.
No, I'm not giving you any information. I'm giving you a warning that I'm putting a spin on the Hinckley Foster thing. Basically, are you still there, or did you hang up?
Welcome to the Public Affairs Office of the Central Intelligence. Good afternoon, Public Affairs.
Yes, ma'am. I'm threatening to assassinate David Petraeus in order to get the attention of Leon Panetta, whom I have a crush on.
Okay, sir, who am I speaking with?
Well, first of all, I'm just letting you know that I am going to assassinate David Petraeus in order to get...
I just want to get your name before I can pass you to people that might be able to help you, okay?
My name is David Johnson.
David Johnson. Okay, sir, just hold on 1 minute, okay? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to fix this check with someone.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to assassinate David Petraeus in order to get the attention of Leon Panetta, whom I have a very intense crush on.
Okay, David, what's your date of birth and where are you calling from right now?
I'm calling from Valdosta, Georgia.
Where in Georgia?
Valdosta, Valdosta, about 40 miles northeast of Valdosta.
Okay, yeah, I haven't heard of Valdosta before. What's your street address?
I'm not at liberty to disclose that because that may hinder me from my mission to assassinate David Petraeus.
Okay, what's your date of birth?
My date of birth is April 7th, 1947.
Okay, and what's your social security number?
526185899.
Okay, and why would you want to assassinate Mr. Petraeus?
Because I'm basically a spin doctor, and what I'm doing is putting a spin on the old story of how Hinckley tried to assassinate Reagan in order to get the attention of Jodie Foster. So I'm spinning a story of assassination right now where I'm going to assassinate David Petraeus in order to get the attention of Leon Panetta, whom I have an intense homosexual crush on.
Okay, of course you know that whole Hinckley thing didn't really work out very well for Mr. Hinckley. He didn't actually get the attention of Jodie Foster.
Yes, but he did get put in a mental hospital for a very long time, didn't he?
Yeah, is that what you want? You just want to be in a mental hospital?
Correct.
Well, you don't actually have to try to assassinate anyone. So
Well, I am going to assassinate David Petraeus in order to get the attention of Leon Panetta. I have a sniper rifle, and I will be basically stalking Mr. Petraeus, looking for an opportune time to put a bullet in his skull.
Okay, and do you have any military background?
Yes, ma'am.
And what's your military background?
I am an ex-Marine sniper that served in Afghanistan.
Okay, what was your rank when you were in the Marine Corps?
My rank? If I give you my rank, that would enable you to track more information about me and capture me before I reach my intended target.
I already got Social Security number, so I'm just curious about your background.
What do you have for my Social Security? 526185899. Okay.
Okay, what was your MOS in the Marine Corps?
My MOS? I'm a sniper. And I'm not going to give you. I'm not going to give you the code. You know what a sniper's MOS is. Why do I have to give you information that you already know? Because you're trying to verify if I know what you know. But I do know what you know.
That's exactly what I'm doing, because I don't necessarily believe that you're
David Johnson? Do you even believe that I'm David Johnson?
I don't know yet. But let's talk about the Marine thing. What was your MOS in the Marine Corps?
I'm going to make a statement to you declaring my manifesto of why David Petraeus must die in order to get the attention of Leon Panetta. And I want you to record this, because when he's dead and I'm standing over his dead body, then you will understand the truth of what I am saying.
Have you contacted us before?
That is a negative.
Have you tried to contact, do you know what Leon Panetta is now?
Leon Panetta is the Secretary of Defense.
Okay.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I do know that. I want to make sure that you know that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide why you think assassinating the current director, Petraeus, would get the attention of Leon Panetta.
I'm not. I'm just putting a spin on the Hinckley Foster story.
Okay. Have you been diagnosed with any mental health issues, whether you agree with it or not?
Diagnosed with what?
Any mental health issues?
Just for the record, can I get your name, dude?
Dude, okay. Kara is my first name, K-A-R-A.
Do you not recall earlier conversations that you may have had today? Or are you a victim of memory loss? You don't have any recollection of talking to me earlier today?
No, I don't.
Well, what happens when you invert my Social Security number that I gave you? What number do you get?
Well, obviously the inverse of the number you just gave me.
No, the inverse of the middle digit.
Are you playing some kind of a game here with your Social Security number? Is that it?
What I'm telling you is if you invert 1-8 into 8-1, you get 526815899, correct?
Well, if you invert the middle two numbers, yeah.
Correct, that's what I meant. No, I didn't say invert the whole, I said invert the middle.
Oh, I didn't hear you say middle. Okay, so 526815899, that's your real social?
No, ma'am, that is not my real social. My real social is 526185899.
Okay, so what's the deal with the game with inverting the middle numbers?
Because assassins play games.
Okay, what's your middle name, David?
My middle name is David Zark.
David Zark. Is this really Daniel Ashley Grover calling instead?
I have no idea who that is, ma'am. This is David Zark Johnson.
Because I talked to a Daniel Groover earlier, and he kept mentioning someone named Zark.
I don't know. I didn't talk to him, so I don't.
He talked about making threats too to try to get attention.
I don't know. I haven't talked to him. I wasn't privy to that conversation, ma'am. I really don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, I didn't talk to a David Zark Johnson, or anyone earlier today.
Well, you're talking to David Zark Johnson right now.
Zark, Z-A-R-K, is that how you spell your middle name?
Yes, ma'am.
That is an unusual middle name. Where's it come from?
It comes from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Zarquan, the prophet of all prophets who ran the restaurant at the end of the universe.
Okay, well, what's your real middle name?
My real middle name is Enoch.
Is what?
Enoch. David Enoch Johnson, D-E-J. E-N-O-C-H.
Is that your real middle name, or are you still playing games?
I don't play games anymore.
You don't anymore? Okay.
No, I got banned.
Does that mean you're not an assassin anymore, too?
No, I am an assassin.
Okay, well, what kind of sniper
I'm not allowed to disclose that at this time. But it has a 900-yard range.
Okay, have you contacted the Department of Defense looking for Leon Panetta?
No, because I'm really trying to impress Michelle Obama, not Leon Panetta. I have a crush on Michelle Obama.
Okay, so earlier you said you had like a homosexual crush on Leon Panetta. Now you're saying you have a heterosexual crush on Michelle Obama?
Correct. I'm bisexual. It's both. Both people. It's both people. I'm bisexual.
Okay. So have you decided you're not going to assassinate anyone then?
No, I'm assassinating David Petraeus to get the attention of Michelle Obama and Leon Panetta.
Okay, well when do you plan on doing this?
ASAP, with extreme prejudice.
So how do you travel around?
I walk around, move around generally in the space-time continuum like everybody else.
Okay, do you drive?
Correct.
Do you have a driver's license? What
Yes.
kind of car do you have?
I have a red Dodge Neon license plate LBJ-JFK. It is registered under Gottlieb Insurance and Company.
So what do you do for a living?
I'm a propaganda writer for the Central Intelligence Agency.
Propaganda writer. So you're saying that you're an agency employee?
Negative, ma'am. I don't have any recollection of ever saying that. I'm pulling an Oliver North right now.
What kind of propaganda do you write?
I write propaganda to advance the cause of democracy.
Such as?
Yes, I can give you an example of something that I wrote. This is an example of a speech I wrote by President Barack Obama. I wrote a speech for him to read because I want to impress his wife by having his wife be like, "Oh, dog, man, he read something that this dude wrote, and damn, I'm going to show this to Leon Panetta." Good evening, fellow lords and ladies of Camelot. I come to you tonight not as your humble commander-in-chief, but as the director of a joint CIA-NSA project that operates on many different levels of motives and on many tiers of the United States government. We formed JTPRF 10 after it was discovered that the Deepwater oil rig disaster was actually a sabotage operation conducted by parts of the Central Intelligence Agency who were loyal to the Republican Party and cause. It was an attempt to undermine and destroy my presidency by the Republican faction of the agency. This treasonous act of sabotage was enacted 21 days after I gave a speech declaring the safety of deepwater oil drilling. In order to counter this, we have secretly formed a black operative faction of the nation's various security agencies that we have codenamed Force 10. Force 10 proactively operates, spreading various propaganda messages that advance the cause of democracy and the true patriots who seek to end the war on terror by exposing the lies of the war that the Republican faction of the CIA engineered with the help of Osama bin Laden, who was in fact trained and recruited into the CIA ranks as early as 1979. The lies you hear about bombs and planes and explosives going off on the two towers are being spread to discredit the actual truth of 9/11. There were in fact two planes that crashed into the Twin Towers.
Okay, Daniel, you can knock all that off now.
What are you talking about? I'm David Enoch Johnson, 526-185899.
Sark Johnson, Daniel Ashley Grover, whatever you want to call yourself. Are you actually do you actually really believe you're someone else right now?
Correct.
Do you have multiple personality disorder?
Correct.
Or are you just pissed that I hung up on you a few minutes ago and you thought you'd try to switch stuff up?
Correct. So I'm making a official declaration as David Enoch Johnson that I intend to assassinate David Petraeus to get the attention of Michelle Obama and Leon Panetta. Do with it as you will. I'm just making an official declaration of my intentions.
Alright, well, I'm going to recommend that you don't do that.
Why?
Because that's a crime.
I know.
Murder.
Did I not say that I wanted to be imprisoned? So I'm using my freedom of speech to enact my right to be imprisoned by the government.
What are you going to do if the government doesn't put you in prison for this?
Then I guess I'll write a book about some jackwad, crazy-ass bipolar dude who thinks that he can get the attention of the government and get the government to put him in a mental hospital by threatening to kill David Petraeus to get the attention of Michelle Obama and Leon Panetta, and that will be the third chapter in the Putin Paradox, the third volume. The second volume I'm currently constructing is Anonymous in Wonderland.
Okay, yeah, we're still not interested in all this.
You don't care that I'm threatening to kill the DCIA? That's not a big
You
enough of a
basically told
threat?
me that you're not really serious about
No, you don't know that I'm serious about it. You know that I'm a nut. How do you know that nuts are serious about anything they say? You have to take everything, you have to take every threat assessment seriously
Do you
because...
have, do you have a criminal history?
Yes.
For what?
Terroristic threats!
For what?
Terroristic threats.
Terroristic threats. Okay. So you live in like a... Where you live? You live like single family home, apartment? Where you live in?
I live in a room for rent in South Jonesboro, 123 South Avenue, Jonesboro, Georgia.
Mm-hmm. You have any roommates?
Yes, but they're out of town right now.
Who's your roommate?
Bill Stevens and Cynthia Fincher. They went to Boston to go celebrate his mother's 80th birthday.
Okay, Bill Stevens and Cynthia Fisher?
Fincher, like the bird.
Okay. Now, how do you know them?
Because they're my roommates in a room that I'm renting.
Okay, so you just rent the room, huh?
Right.
Do you have any family out there?
Negative. My family has disowned me because of my illness.
Okay.
But my father was in the military for 20 years.
When was the last time you saw a doctor about your illness?
It's been about 6 months. And that's the last time I took medicine.
Yeah, when was that? When was the last time you saw your doctor?
6 months.
6 months ago?
Roger.
So you stopped taking your medication 6 months ago then?
Yes, ma'am, and I'm very manic right now and delusional.
I can tell. What kind of medications were you on?
I take 30 milligrams of Abilify at night, 150 milligrams of Trazodone, and 10 milligrams of Buspirone twice a day.
Okay, who's your doctor?
I'm not at liberty to disclose that at this time.
Why don't you want to tell me that?
Because what are you trying to do? Are you charging me, or are you trying to send me to the hospital? What are your motives?
Right now I'm trying to figure out who your doctor is so I can call your doctor and let him know they might want to come visit you.
Well, what if I don't want to visit my doctor because I don't like taking medicine?
Well, then I guess you're probably going to continue to be really delusional and manic and saying crazy things that might get you in trouble.
Right. So what can we do to rectify this? I mean, can you just apprehend me and take me into custody for threatening to kill the DCIA?
No, the CIA can't do that. We don't do law enforcement stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, can you pass it on to the Secret Service that I'm revising the story and that I'm threatening to kill the president now?
Okay, well, you can always call the Secret Service and do that directly.
Yeah, but I don't want to waste my time with them.
Why?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that at this time.
You're full of crap.
So here you have a guy that's threatening to kill the DCIA and the president, and you're not going to do anything about it?
Well, if I were going to do something about it, do you think I would tell you?
Of course you wouldn't.
Well, there you go then. Do you have any pets at home?
No, there are no dogs in the house. There is one cat, but the cat is not an attack cat, and I have no weapons in the house or on my person. And should I be apprehended for whatever reason, I will not put up a fight. I will calmly go.
Okay. Have you been eating
negative. One of the problems with mania is that you lose appetite, but yet you have energy, so you really don't feel a need to eat.
Well, you're really open about your bipolar disorder and what's going on. So why are you so opposed to take the medication?
Because I think my mind is more creative when I'm manic.
A lot of manic people think that.
I come up with some of my best ideas when I'm manic. Hey, did you see that little thing? Did you see that thing I put up on the Force 10? I put a picture of you on the Force 10.
But you can't really do anything about it.
Did you see that picture of you I put up on the Force 10?
No, I didn't see it. I can only imagine. You don't have a picture of me.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Check it out. And I have a recording of the call, the broadcast underneath your picture. It says Agent Kara, pictured above of the Central Intelligence Agency, is a master hypnotist and elite operational spy, very versed in the art of sexual seduction, with the idea that the target she seduces, she is able to deep throat with no gag reflex and procure any information she wants in the most pleasurable way possible. Recently, she spoke with Agent Zark. Listen as Zark tries to pump her for all the intelligence that she knows about Operation Counter Anonymous. That is Havina. That was a girl that was in my guild in World of Warcraft.
I knew this was going to come back to World of Warcraft at some point.
So basically, I'm off the chain in a path to self-destruction, doing anything I can to be apprehended.
Why don't you call your local police department?
Because they're a bunch of scrubs.
Right
But they're a bunch of scrubs.
What's a scrub?
A scrub is a slang for like somebody who's like a Neanderthal.
So what? You're beneath being apprehended by a Neanderthal scrub local police officer?
Exactly. I'd at least expect to be apprehended by an FBI Secret Service agent
That's just, I don't think
or an NSA operative.
that's necessarily going to happen. We can't send the CIA.
No, CIA has no jurisdiction in the States. But can you send,
I can
like,
send
say, a
local
secret...
police to your house.
No, what about the Secret
How do you know
Service?
about that?
Can't you send a Secret Service agent to apprehend me?
I'm not going to waste a Secret Service agent with you. I'm going to send your local police to your house.
But
what you want?
send the Secret Service. Because
No.
it's the jurisdiction of the Secret
You
Service.
don't get to tell me to your house.
Well, why don't you send a Secret Service agent dressed as a local police department? Because you're going to do whatever you want to anyway, because you are who you are. And you're not going to tell me exactly what you're doing, because why would you tell me your plans when you're trying to do something? That would be leaking information, and loose lips sink ships, correct? Can I have some drugs to get better, like LSD?
I don't think LSD is going to help.
You don't think LSD will make me get better? I loved LSD.
You really think LSD is going to help?
Why the hell has LSD gone down in popularity in recent times? It's hard to find good acid.
Illegal, and it fucks up your head.
Well, I've done tons of it.
And your head is already messed up.
Hey, can you ask the officer to bring me a cigarette when he arrests me? Because I ran out of cigarettes, and I'm like smoking butts in a fucking marijuana bowl. Like, you know, you roll out the butt into a bowl.
Okay, so you're not taking your medications, but you're taking illegal drugs.
Right. I did get a little DMT the other day. That was pretty good. Dimethyltryptamine. And also, I know about a hashish ring around here, so every now and then I get a little bit of hashish. Do you remember Mena, Arkansas? What happened in Mena, Arkansas?
Not really, no.
Or you're not at liberty to remember that? That's a good thing. Say, I'm not at liberty to remember. And next time somebody asks you guys something you don't want to answer, you go, I'm not at liberty to remember that. That's a good thing to tell a reporter. The next time you're on the stand, like Oliver North, you'd be like, I'm sorry, Judge, I'm not at liberty to remember that. Man, it sucks smoking tobacco out of a bowl. Especially when your lighter's about to die. Hey, did you notice I posted the Putin paradox up there? The one that says that Vladimir Putin is the beast, or the dragon. The beast is Barack Obama, and the false prophet is the Pope. You've heard of the religion, right?
Oh yeah, you've changed your site here, haven't you?
That's the thing about sites. They're dynamic and changeable.
Where did you learn all your how to work on websites?
Self-taught.
So how long have you had your bipolar disorder?
Since I was 16.
You were 16. Okay. So have you ever held like a full-time job?
Not really. I've had about 25 jobs, and I've been hospitalized about 40 times. That's why I was able to get disability. Because I was able to prove that I'm unable to hold down a job with any relative length of certainty.
That's too bad, because you seem really, really smart. I mean, you're obviously very high functioning.
Well, my father was very smart. He was a retired military intelligence in the Army, Major William K. Groover. He worked in the Cold War era. I was born in Fort Belvoir, Virginia.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. I heard there was some type of government research that went on in that facility.
So why did you move to Georgia?
Because my dad moved to Savannah, and he kicked me out of the house, so I moved to Atlanta.
When was the last time you had contact with your family?
My family doesn't talk to me. The last time I talked to them was probably 2 years ago.
Okay.
So my
How long have you been at this address? This 123.
about a year.
Okay. And you've had the same roommates for a year?
Mm-hmm.
And your roommates are okay with you?
Not really. I get in fights with them all the time. I can barely get along with roommates. That's why I need to be imprisoned in a cell or in a mental hospital, especially since my birthday's coming up, so I can celebrate my birthday in a mental hospital.
Okay, so why don't you just go to the hospital and ask them to admit you?
Because I'm too lazy to walk to the hospital because I don't have a car.
I thought you said you had a red Dodge Neon.
That was a lie. It was disinformation to make you think I was more of a threat than I actually was.
So how am I supposed to tell whether you're lying to me or whether you're telling the truth?
I guess you'll have to inject me with sodium pentothal and interrogate me.
That stuff really doesn't. That crap only works in movies.
So you telling me the entire MK Ultra program was a complete waste of time?
Pretty much, yeah. How funny is that?
So you're telling me Sidney Gottlieb was an equivalent modern-day Freud or fraud?
Okay, I don't remember that particular name.
Sidney Gottlieb was the ex-Nazi scientist that the CIA recruited after World War II into the CIA that started the MK Ultra program.
Okay. So do you have any other websites besides this, theforce10.com?
No, ma'am, that's my main area of bullshit. Hey, do you want me to stream this call over my live stream?
The 770 number, is that a cell phone? Or
That's a landline. It's a DSL landline.
Okay, do you have a cell phone too?
No, I'm too poor to afford a cell phone. And I got one of those food stamp phones, but I lost it.
So how do you afford like all these calls to the CIA and stuff?
Because I'm using Google phone. Google allows you to make long distance calls over the computer as long as you have an internet connection, and the number, as far as I know, is largely untraceable.
Sort of like Skype.
Right. So basically when I make all these calls to government agencies harassing them, like my most favorite prank call to do is against the DEA, and then I call the DEA and I tell them basically the same thing that happened in Mena, Arkansas, but it's happening right now in Valdosta, Georgia, where arms were being traded for cocaine to stabilize the region, of the cartel. That's why you guys give back a particular cartel. And I said, you guys are doing that right now, trading arms for cocaine, smuggling it into DC-10s and Valdosta, Georgia, like you did in the Mena, Arkansas operation that Bill Clinton protected when he was governor. And then I fuck with them that way. Usually they end up hanging up on me, though, or telling me that they're not interested in interfering with CIA activities.
Who else do you call?
I call the FBI. Sometimes I call Homeland Security. I just like harassing you guys because I'm trying to get arrested for just saying shit, not actually doing anything. I'm trying to exercise my freedom of speech, even though that threatening is not really protected under freedom of speech. But I consider freedom of speech anything that you can say by elucidating words and thoughts that come out of your mouth.
Okay, and what happens if you don't get all this attention?
I'm not looking for attention. I'm looking for imprisonment or incarceration in a mental facility.
Okay. But what if you don't get, the incarceration and all that?
I don't know. Maybe I could find a job writing propaganda. Why can I mean? Aren't there people under in?
As long as you're like really in a manic state, your propaganda's not going to be really very useful.
I know, but couldn't you say with a relative amount of certainty there are people in the employ of the U.S. government that are paid to write propaganda pamphlets and leaflets and stuff like that? Because somebody writes them, because somebody has to. They're not minted out of thin air. The ones that are dropped.
They're usually people like who are able to carry on a full-time job and have good relationships with people because they're either they either don't have mental health issues or they take care of them with medications and see the doctor and all that stuff like they're supposed to.
Yeah, but I'm on disability. I'm unable to work. The government's already come to that conclusion.
Exactly.
So what can I do for a retirement hobby since I got banned from the World of Warcraft?
Well, maybe, you could find another game, but just not be a jerk when you're playing it. Not, like, go off on all your conspiracy theory stuff, and then people will just let you continue to play.
I know, but right now I'm in a state of situation where I need to get help from a mental hospital. I already played that.
You already played that?
Yeah, it's pretty good, but it doesn't have a lot of in-game content.
Well, you just have to find another game then.
Well, I am playing a game right now.
Now, what game is that?
It is called the game in which I see how much trouble I can stir up on Google Phone with government agencies. Because I'm trying to at least get put on a watch list.
I don't think that's... You're not going to qualify for a watch list for this kind of stuff.
You mean threatening to assassinate Barack Obama doesn't put you on a watch list? You guys need to seriously review your watch list protocol then.
So when are your roommates going to be back?
I don't know. I don't keep tabs on them. I really don't give two craps anyway.
When was the last time you slept?
Approximately 3 days ago.
3 days ago?
Mm-hmm.
And when was the last time you did drugs, or are you doing drugs right now?
I'm doing drugs. I was lying about smoking tobacco. I'm smoking some weed.
I figured you were probably smoking weed.
It's not good to smoke weed while you're manic.
Especially when you're bipolar, because, it doesn't just, like, calm you down and give you the munchies like it does with normal people.
It makes you more manic.
More paranoid.
It's more manic, yeah.
See, that's why you shouldn't be smoking weed when you're bipolar, not your bad.
Well, what should I be smoking? DMT?
Well, you probably shouldn't be smoking anything, but, certainly would prefer if you have to smoke something, go smoke a regular cigarette.
Yeah, but that's why I asked you to tell whoever you're dispatching to my address to give me a regular cigarette when they get here because I'm out of cigarettes.
I don't know that they're going to give you any.
You know, one time a cop gave me a pack of cigarettes for Christmas.
Yeah?
That's pretty nice of him. It was Marlboro Red 100s. So what do you think about...
When was the last time you had any interaction with the local police?
It's been a long time.
Really? When was the last time?
I don't know. It might be about 30 seconds from now.
No, I said the past.
Oh, you didn't say the future?
No.
Probably about 6 months ago, I called the local police to get a ride to the hospital.
Okay. And did they give you a ride to the hospital?
No, they called a unit ambulance that gave me a ride to the emergency room, and the emergency room then routed me to the hospital.
Okay. And how was your hospital stay?
Oh, it was pretty good, but I don't know. I didn't have enough cigarettes because I like smoking cigarettes.
Okay, so this is 6 months ago then. That's the last time you went to the hospital.
Right. I usually only go back on my meds when I'm inpatient and in the hospital, and then when I get better and get out, I stop taking them again.
Okay, and I probably already know the answers, but why do you stop taking them again?
Because I feel that the medicine stifle my creative nature.
Yeah, that happens with a lot of bipolar folks. Have you ever tried just working on, developing your creativity while you're on your medication?
No, because I like being crazy.
Hello?
I said no. Can you hear me, dude? Can you hear me, dude?
Yeah.
I said no because I like being crazy.
Yeah. Not everybody else likes you being crazy, though.
Why not?
Because you're annoying.
Annoying little twat. Is that what you said? That's very unprofessional.
You're annoying and you make threats.
Oh, I thought you said because you're an annoying little twat.
Yeah, no.
That was a fairly unprofessional statement to be made while you're being recorded.
Yeah, I would not be saying that.
And now you're trying to deny it.
Go back and listen to the recording.
I'm just messing with you, dude.
What hospital do you go to when you go to hospital?
Riverwoods Behavioral Institute. But I wouldn't like to go to Riverwoods. That's the thing. My favorite hospital in this area is the, what is it called? It's in Smyrna. It has Dr. Weiss and Dr. Klopper. Forget what it's called. Let me see if I can Google this shit. But Sandra Bullock actually spent time there one time. When she had a court order to go to rehab, she went to this hospital. She's not currently at the hospital, to my knowledge, but...
The one you couldn't remember.
Yeah, it's the one in Smyrna. It's Smyrna, Georgia Mental Hospital. See if that'll Google that shit up. See what the name of it is. Ridgeview, yeah, Ridgeview Institute. That's the best hospital in the Atlanta area. I do have insurance, so I should be able to admit it there. I just find it hard to get to Smyrna. It's not that far from me, but usually they try to put me in the C-rate, second-rate, fucking bullshit hospital that sucks, and that's Riverwoods. The best hospital in the area is the Ridgeview Institute. And that's where I'd like to go. I mean, I'll make a deal with you. If you can somehow contact local law enforcement and ask them to make it sure that I get to Ridgeview Institute, I can guarantee you that if they evaluate me, they will take me in.
Okay, well, I can't guarantee that the police will even be interested in going to your house.
Why not? Tell them that I'm threatening to kill the president.
What if they don't care?
What do you mean they don't care? You mean...
What if they don't care? They might not care.
You think Barack Obama's...
They might think it's just fine.
Do you think Barack Obama's popularity index is so low now that law enforcement doesn't even care?
You're from Georgia, right?
Yes, ma'am. You think his popularity index with the general population is so low that nobody cares?
Why don't you call the Secret Service?
Because then the Secret Service will charge me with the crime. The reason I'm harassing you is because you can't charge me.
Oh, but you know, we could do a crime referral to the Department of Justice.
Who's the Department of Justice? The DOJ?
Yeah, if we did, yeah, we could do a crime referral to the Department of Justice. I don't know that we will, but.
Well, you realize that I'm not...
Have you ever actually handled a gun?
No, ma'am. Actually, I did once when I was like 10. My older brother, who graduated from the Naval Academy, William Kenneth Groover II, let me fire a .44 Magnum on a shooting range with him and my dad. And I never fired a gun again because it scared the crap out of me.
Okay. So you've never handled a gun, and you're afraid of guns.
Oh, well, my attempted...
How are you going to assassinate someone using a sniper rifle if you don't know how to use it?
Because that was disinformation. I'm planning to do an assassination attempt similar to the assassination attempt where the CIA tried to kill Castro with an exploding cigar.
With what?
An exploding cigar.
Exploding cigar.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have experience with explosives then?
Right. I was thinking about getting a cigarette that was loaded with C4 and had a detonator so that when it was ignited properly, like you would normally ignite a cigarette, it's going to take him out. Because, see, one of the problems is that he's trying to quit smoking because his wife is getting on him about smoking. So I think I'm going to try and take him out with a cigarette loaded with C4 at the end of it. And so when it's lit, it ignites the fuse that causes the C4 to go off. And it'll blow his head off.
So how long do your manic episodes usually last?
Indefinite until I go to the hospital.
Until you go to the hospital. Well, maybe you should call the police department and ask them to take you to the hospital.
I told you I don't like calling the police department because they're a bunch of Neanderthalic scrubs. I like talking to people who are intelligent as I am.
Do you think I'm as smart as you are, huh?
I don't know, my IQ is 186. What's yours?
132.
Dang, dude, you're at least as smart as me.
This scale goes up to 186, so I should be lying again.
Okay, so it's 168.
Huh?
It's 168.
168?
The scale does go as high as
On
168.
which scale?
I don't know. I don't know what the name of the test was. The last IQ test I took, my dad made me take an IQ test when I was in the 3rd grade. But I did score 163.
Okay, your phone line's breaking up here, dude.
Well, blame Google on that shit. How do I know it's really breaking up and you're not trying to cause some type of noise interference so you can get off the phone saying that the phone line's breaking up?
I suppose you don't.
Exactly. Can I get some LSD?
No, I can't give you LSD.
Didn't the CIA invent LSD in the MK Ultra program to try and institute mind control? Who invented LSD?
I don't know. I
Didn't-
don't take drugs, dude.
Why not, dude? You should take drugs.
Because I'd lose my job. I happen to like my job.
You never heard of that catchphrase?
It's up to your head.
You never heard of that catchphrase on South Park? Drugs are bad, MK.
No.
So you don't watch South Park because you don't do drugs. Is that what you're telling me? You don't watch South Park because you don't do drugs?
They're not really related.
Am I going to get in trouble if somebody comes to my house and I'm smoking marijuana?
I don't know. You might.
Why? It's my house. I can smoke marijuana in my house, right?
I think smoking marijuana is illegal in Georgia. If you lived in California and you had like one of those, medical marijuana prescriptions, it would probably be illegal at the state level, but it would still be illegal at the federal level.
Why do they issue medical marijuana permits to people with bipolar disorder sometimes in California?
Yeah, I don't think they, I don't know if they do. I would suggest that they do. That's probably a bad idea because, as you know, marijuana on people with bipolar disorder doesn't just make you calm and give you the munchies like normal people.
No, sometimes it does have a narcotic effect to make you calm and tired.
Well, are you calm and tired yet? I don't think so.
Yeah, but that's because I'm not smoking government marijuana. If I was smoking government marijuana that's issued through medical permits, I'd be passed out by now and sleeping and getting my rest, and I wouldn't be so manic.
So, what do you do to help get your manic episodes to pass? Do you do anything?
Yeah, right.
So writing helps calm you down, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, I think you should start writing then.
Why should I start writing? Because I'm planning on writing The Anonymous in Wonderland.
Sure, whatever next book you want to write, go ahead and start writing.
So you're telling me that you're not going to have me incarcerated, put into a hospital. You're just telling me to start writing a book. Come Come on, man. That's very unprofessional, trying to encourage me to practice my First Amendment right of freedom of speech.
You said it helps calm you down. The idea is try to get you to calm down, right?
Well, I guess that is an intelligent...
To the hospital, isn't that a good thing?
Yeah, and then I won't have to go to the hospital, and I can just work on writing.
There you go.
Well, can I have your permission to not publish this on the website, this call?
What?
I've been recording this call for the past 40 minutes.
You told me that earlier. I assume that's what all the beeping is here and there.
No, that's a beeping of people eavesdropping on the call working for your agency.
No.
It's not beeping on my end because my recorder doesn't make a beep. So you can figure out who's listening in onto your end and imagine that if the CIA is willing to eavesdrop on its citizens, how much more is it willing to eavesdrop on its employees?
Well, they don't have to eavesdrop. I mean, I'm recording this conversation as well.
Why are you recording this conversation?
I record all the conversations that come in here.
What are you doing? Are you making a greatest hits album? Are you making a greatest hits album of CIA conversation? To all the girls I've loved before.
Okay, so Dr. Weiss and Dr. Klopper work at the Ridgeview Institute or at the Riverwood?
No, they work at Ridgeview. Dr. Weiss is my main doctor. He's a really good doctor.
Do you have Dr. Weiss' phone number?
I can get it.
That'd be great.
You sound like that dude in Office Space. Check out the TPS report, okay? That would be great. All right, let me see. Just contact us. 770-434-4567.
Okay, what's Dr. Weiss's first name?
Leonard.
Is that really his phone number?
It is. It says for more information on Ridgeview's program services, admissions, or referral to a therapist or physician, call the Ridgeview Access Center. When you call that number, then you can ask for the direct number to speak to Dr. Weiss. Tell them that you're with the Central Intelligence Agency. I'm sure they'll give it to you.
Probably.
No, I lied about smoking marijuana, dude. I really am fucking so hard up for a cigarette that I'm rolling butts out into an old bowl. I'm not high right now. I'm just fucking manic. So do you think it is your job as a Central Intelligence Agency to stop Putin?
Stop Putin from doing what?
From helping the Iranians develop a nuclear bomb that they plan to chuck at Israel?
Well, can't really discuss what CIA's
Well, let me ask you this operational idea. If you stop Putin, do you think that would be a bad thing? Because I know that if I stopped Putin, I might get a stomach ache. Putin is good in some sense.
How would you get a stomach ache from stopping Putin?
Because if you weren't Putin and releasing gas from your anus, it would build up in your stomach and you get a stomach ache.
Yeah, you're a funny guy.
And that is the thrust of the Putin paradox. That's the Putin paradox right there. Yes.
That's nothing to do with the Russian leader, Alexander Putin, huh?
His name's not Alexander, it's Vladimir. Come on, get your name straight. You're from the CIA. That's embarrassing. You're from the CIA and you don't even know the name of Vladimir Putin, the Prime Minister of Russia? Jeez, man. Damn, dude.
When was the last time you actually, had a good meal?
Been about 5 days.
5 days?
Yeah.
What's your height and weight?
I weigh about 180 pounds. I've lost about 30 pounds in my recent manic episode. I was about 205, 210. Now I look normal now because I was overweight. So I'm 5'10", brown hair, brown eyes, quarter English, quarter German, half Filipino.
Okay, so you're about 150 pounds now, or 180?
No, about 180 because I lost 30 pounds. I was about 210. It's a good weight plan, you know. Get fat in the hospital and then lose it when you next go manic.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, because you get fat in the hospital because they give you all that medicine that increases your appetite, and they feed you like a fucking, they feed you all the food you want. You get fat as fuck.
How long do you usually stay in the hospital when you go?
Approximately 14 to 21 days.
Okay.
So when I go to the hospital, you recommended earlier that I tell the doctor about all my crazy writing ideas?
Yep. And then you've been calling the DEA and the FBI and DHS and CIA.
Yeah, but can't I just tell patients that? Because half the time, part of the fun of being in the wonderland of a hospital is talking all the crazy crap to patients. But please assure Ridgeview, if you do end up contacting them or Dr. Weiss, that I will not do a repeat of last time where I pretended to be Jesus Christ and I proselytized half the ward to follow me. And when they thought I was Jesus Christ, the ward kicked me out because they were afraid I was planning on causing my followers to attack them.
So when you go to the hospital, you screw with the other patients?
Right.
That's not very nice.
But then I screw with everybody because I'm an asshole. Yeah, but they kicked me out of the hospital and had me transferred to like some bullshit hospital because they were afraid that with the following I had gotten in the mental hospital that I was going to command my followers, which is about half the ward, to attack the ward at some point. Because they really thought I was Jesus, like the mental patients, because they're very relatively weak-minded and easily to be swayed. Yes, I do. I have an NGRI for terroristic threats. I also have a terroristic threats, another terroristic threats charge. I have an MO. When I get manic, I make terroristic threats.
Who do you usually threaten?
I think I threatened a police officer that came to my house one time because my ex-girlfriend called them to my house, and I threatened to kill him through the door. And then I took a fire extinguisher and sprayed it in his face. So he charged me with terroristic threats. I got off that one by an NGRI finding, not guilty by reason of insanity, and I basically spent a year in jail deposing the case, and then once I got the NGRI, I spent a year in a mental institution deposing the NGRI. Is it possible for your IQ to raise over time? Because if I was in the third grade and I had 168, is it possible I could have gotten a higher IQ if I took a test today?
So how old were you when you started smoking?
16, about the same time I got sick.
Oh.
That was just smoking tobacco, though. I don't think tobacco would have caused me to get sick.
No, that's usually just kind of something that hits, around that age anyway. Any other medical issues besides the bipolar?
Nope, I wear eyeglasses, but aside from that, that's not really a medical issue.
No, that doesn't really count.
I do not have any communicable diseases or anything like that, as far as I know, because every time I go in the hospital, they test for that shit.
No.
I don't have tuberculosis. I've had time tests, whatever. I'm in good health, except for the fact that I'm royally fucked up in the head. So what is your secret plan that you're instituting with Operation Acquire Fucking Hell for Daniel Gruber?
With what?
I've codenamed this Operation Bipolar Groover.
Bipolar. Okay. You're one of the more entertaining cranks that I've talked to in a while. I'll tell you that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I like to try and keep life humorous because laughter is the best medicine. You never heard that? That old cliche that laughter is the best medicine?
I have heard that.
You know they've actually done scientific studies that when you laugh, you release certain endorphins in your brain. That's healthy.
Yeah, I've heard that.
You know, you really shouldn't be disinforming me about your disclaimer that MK Ultra was a waste of time. Come on, man, that's your official stance. But I know for a fact that the Kubark manual used by the Army was as a direct result of MK Ultra research that was done illegally. You ever heard of the Army's interrogation manual called Kubark?
Army interrogation manual. Yeah, I don't know that I've heard the other term.
What, Kubark?
Kubark.
Yeah, that's what the code name is.
No, haven't heard that.
Dude, did you hear that sound? It sounds like fucking, Hey, dude, what? I hear an echo right now. Cause
Yeah, what's the matter with your phone?
it's not my phone, it's your phone. It's the Putin paradox.
You're the one using Google.
Google phone?
Yep. I think it's you.
Do you know what the cryptonym Kubark means?
Nope. I bet you can tell me though.
Yeah, but I'm not at liberty to discuss that at this time.
Oh, So who is this? The picture of this person here, the chick with the cigarette.
Oh, that I already told you. That's Avina who plays in World of Warcraft. I'm on the website. You can see what my picture is. I'm the dude sitting Indian style floating with a copy of the Mormon Bible and the Holy Bible with a rock of truth on top of the Mormon Bible.
Oh, okay.
Do you see that picture of me?
And how old is that photo?
That photo is about 1 year old.
Okay.
Does it look like I'm floating?
Ah,
It's kinda, sorta,
kinda hard
no.
to tell. The screen's a little small.
Well, let me ask you this. Symbolically, if you invert something, what does it generally mean? The reverse or the opposite of what it means inverted right side up?
I don't know. I guess.
You don't understand about just the basic symbolic inversion of symbols? Are you not a cryptographer or something?
No, cryptography is the NSA.
You telling me the CIA knows nothing about cryptography? No wonder Anonymous shut you guys down. So what is the current plan with Operation Groover? You have to divulge this information to me because I'm trying to get you to divulge your secrets that you're keeping in your mind.
Yeah, I don't generally divulge secrets though. I could lose my job for that. That would be bad.
You mean as a representative of an agency that's supposed to guard national security, you pride yourself in the idea that you don't divulge secrets to the general public?
Kinda, yeah.
Well,
Don't divulge secrets to people who just call in.
oh, so I can't just call the CIA and ask them what they know about Honduran Death Squad Battalion 316?
Well, if you want information from the CIA, probably the best way to do it is to send a nice letter to the Freedom of Information Act. Yeah, do that.
Yeah, but I'm too lazy. I'm one of those. I'm a typical.
They'll do all kinds of research for you and send you stuff back. And some of it may be redacted, and if they can't give you any information, then they can't give you any information. Have you ever done a FOIA request?
No, ma'am, but because I'm a typical American, I want everything right now. I don't want to wait a few weeks to get a response. It's that you know how a lot of Americans like to be instantly gratified, the instant gratification of getting something right here,
Yeah,
right
the
now.
government doesn't work like that. You should know that by now.
I don't know anything, dude. I'm an idiot. You know what idiot code is?
What's that?
You've never heard of the term idiot code. Wow, CIA really doesn't know anything about cryptography, do you guys?
I say cryptography is the NSA. That's the
I know, but you transmit sensitive information using cryptography.
Yeah, but if you want information from the government, go FOIA.gov. FOIA.
No, but what I'm saying is can't you transmit some sensitive information to me right now using idiot code?
No. Nope.
How do we know that you haven't been using idiot code the whole time because you're actually a mole?
Huh? That doesn't make any sense.
You don't know what a mole is? I'm not accusing you of being a little furry creature that hangs out in a hole in the ground. I'm saying that this whole time we have been discussing things in idiot code.
Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Except we're not really using. You and I aren't using idiot code.
We are using idiot code, but we don't want the recording and the general population to believe that we're using idiot code, so we're now going to deny it.
No, we really aren't using.
No, we are using idiot code. You just told me something about the Afghan operation about 5 minutes ago.
Well, if you believe that, then that is a product of your bipolar disorder and your delusions.
Now you're trying to discredit me by stating my illness, which is a very unfair move by you. I know, but I'm just trying to tell you because you're starting to become paranoid that I might trick your superiors into thinking that you're a mole transmitting information over idiot code.
Just being silly.
Well, we did happen to mention Putin several times, did we not? I mean, if you were an idiot and you stopped Putin, do you think you'd get a stomach ache? But if you did stop Putin, do you think you'd delay the time that...
There's a difference between Putin and pooping now.
No, I didn't say poopin'. Putin means either Vladimir Putin, the Prime Minister of Russia, or releasing gas from your anus. Putin, that's a southern term. Putin. Right, like I'm Putin right now. That means I just pooted. I just let out some gas from my anus. So the Putin paradox is that
Yeah,
if...
we don't use the term Putin up here for that.
Oh, what do you say, fart?
Probably, or pass gas.
So,
Yeah,
basically...
we're talking about Putin here at the agency. It probably means, Vladimir Putin, the actual person.
Oh, Vladimir Putin? But you do realize if you took out Vladimir Putin with some means or method, you would destabilize the area in Russia, and it might be a bad thing. So I'm telling you, part of the Putin paradox is that maybe the Putin paradox is that the whole idea that Iran's going to make a nuclear bomb and
What are you gonna do when we get off the phone?
I'm going to go poot because I have some gas.
Okay, and after that, what are you gonna go do?
Take a crap because I have fecal material in my colon, Powell.
Okay, is there any other non-biological function that you plan on doing today?
Yeah, I was going to take a shower and then go take a walk.
And where are you gonna walk to?
I was going to walk down South Avenue towards the main thoroughfare and take a left. And I'll be wearing a green shirt with a dragon on it, with a dragon around the shirt. And I'm going to just walk and go somewhere quiet that is a public area and read the 3 books that I'm currently reading: The Shack, the Holy Bible, and an analog science fiction magazine.
Okay. And you called any other government agencies today?
No, ma'am. Except I called you earlier, if you don't remember. Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
So what is your secret plan that you refuse to divulge to me? What are you doing here? Are you going to do anything, or you just not care?
Well, I don't think anyone is going to show up to your house today to go put you in prison, which is what you're wanting.
Well, what are they going to do? How am I going to get the help I need?
Well, again, I think you should call your doctor and talk to your doctor. Maybe the doctor will ask you to come in. Let him know that you haven't eaten in 3 days, and you haven't eaten in 5 days, and you haven't slept in 3 days, right?
Yeah, but I told you
Call your doctor.
I told you I like tripping out though, like on acid, and I can't get any good acid around here, so I'm trying to make myself trip out through sleep deprivation. Because if you deprive yourself of sleep long enough, you will start tripping out.
All right. Well, I don't really think this call is going to go anywhere.
That's what you said last time. How often history repeats itself. All right. Well, you have a